Hello everybody, got a pot on the wheel here. It's the clay that I've used for this particular one is crank, which I use quite a lot. I'm just going to show you quickly how to do a simple decoration with some dark slip. This is the slip. It's prepared from just an ordinary black clay, house painting brush, good for lathering it on. It's a nice slip to work with. Just you need a creamy consistency, a bit softer than butter, but you don't want it too runny. Right, let's get into action. I'm going to start the wheel up, and you can see you don't need it too fast, but obviously not too slow. This is just to get the slip round the pot as quickly as possible. There we go. This pot's been drying for about 4 or 5 hours now. But you can see that if we just gently apply the slip to the side of the pot. It's not particularly a graceful pot, this. I'm not really keen on the shape, but just using it as an example. When the pot's finished, it will be fired to a stoneware temperature of about 1250. And in this particular case, I'm not going to use a glaze, I'm just going to leave it dry. Now, if you just put your brush on the rim, just so that you get an even application. Don't faff with it too much, it won't forgive you if you do. Just enough to give some colour of it. Obviously, your choice of colour is entirely up to you. This is quite dramatic, with it being a dark clay. It's supposed to be a black clay, but it usually fires to a very dark brown. Now, if you look at this tool, this is a loop tool. Again, you can get it from any supplier, and what I'm going to show you is just a simple technique to get the actual pot looking pretty good. If you start with a simple stroke like so, space it out evenly. Don't try to make it too accurate. Just let your hand wander down. You can see the loop tool at work. Just be careful that you don't get too much of a build-up of clay on your loop tool, otherwise it will mark another part of the pot that could look unsightly. If I carry on doing this, you can see that it emphasises the shape of the pot. And then, if you want, you can decide how much more slip you want on maybe the rim or the under part of the pot. It's all a design feature, I suppose, but just keep it simple. It takes a few minutes to go right round a medium-sized pot like this, but it's well worth it. When you get close to the finish line, leave yourself enough gap so that you can make it look fairly even. There we go. That's enhanced the pot, it's enhanced the shape, followed the shape around, but I can see that if I put a little bit more slip on the pot at the rim, or just underneath the rim, I've got an opportunity to scrape some more. So if I just apply a little bit more for the best design, and then again take the loop tool and just simply put the corner of the loop tool on and just take a scraping off. This just makes it look a little bit more interesting. You can see that there's some raggy edges, don't worry too much about that. And do the same on the inside of the rim, just so that you've got almost a caricature line rather than an absolute line. Let's just have a look at it. I think that's quite nice. I can also go underneath the pot with a little bit more slip. Let's just do that. I hope you can see this. And for that, again, I'm just going to do a application of the loop tool underneath it, and it just accentuates the actual design on the pot. Hope you can see that. I'm just going to remove it, lift it up into shot a little bit. And you can see that looks quite good, nice and dramatic. Don't hesitate, go for it. Every time you do it, go for it. Just pull it down, but be very, very careful that you don't move your hand too quickly. Just pull it down and let the loop tool do the work. Good potting.